So I've been thrifting all of these items that I'm putting on the screen here recently, and today we are going to style them in my home. I have a passion for making my home beautiful on a budget, and one way that I can do that is through thrifting my home decor. So without further ado, let's get busy styling all of these wonderful pieces that I thrifted recently in and throughout my home. Okay, I am giving you some of the thrifted clips from the previous two videos, just in case you didn't see those videos or just in case you forgot what items we might be working with today. These are some of my most favorite finds that I've picked up here recently, and I absolutely love how they all fit into my home and into my home decor. They just worked so well. So last week I did give some inspiration and styling idea photos in the thrifting video, and y'all really seemed to like that. But today we are actually going to take these items that I purchased and style them in my home. So we are going to start off with that beautiful chamber pot. I am using some other thrifted pieces that I've picked up over time, and I'm going to use those to style that chamber pot. You will notice here that this little silver tray I did pick up on this thrifting trip that I was showing you footage from. I do end up moving it later, but I wanted to start with it underneath the chamber pot, just because the cubby that it's going in is white also. So I was really trying to build like some contrasting colors around it just so that it would stand out a little bit better. Next, we're going to work on this little stack of baskets that I picked up. I think that they are some of the sweetest little baskets I have owned in a long time. My intentions are to use these in a drawer to hold like little trinkets and different things like that. But I got this idea to take my brass napkin rings, I found them in a drawer, and style them in the little basket that I'm going to put on top, just because I really love the classic look of that brass. And I just thought that it was so fitting to put it in a little basket and stick it here in the kitchen, just over in the corner, with some of my new little butter pats that I picked up off Whatnot. And I love this little corner. I do take one of the extra ones and put it on my bread box here in a minute, just because I felt like stacking all three was just a little too much. Okay, and so many of y'all told me that this is a little train traveling case, and y'all, I absolutely love this piece. I think it is so beautiful, and I'm going to also be styling this in our guest bathroom in another one of those cubbies. I am taking my steamer and placing it in here just so I am able to use this as storage, but I'm also able to double it as beautiful decor. Okay, while I was working on this little train case, I noticed in the cubby up above that I just was not loving this spot here with just the cutting board as like the backdrop. So I moved this piece here from underneath the white chamber pot and just put it over here and leaned it back behind this one just to try to bring, I don't know, a little more texture or something here. And I really think that I like it on this side better. Y'all will have to let me know what you think. I also wanted to show y'all this quick little thrifted vignette that I put together. All of these pieces here that I'm showing y'all, I have thrifted from Goodwill, yard sales, you name it, everything but the little faux plants that you see in the basket have come from a thrift store. And I just thought that it would be very sweet to add this here with some Q-tips in it. Oh, I will say the little white milk glass hen on a nest, that is actually from a sweet subscriber several years ago, and I absolutely love her. Look how sweet this little vignette came together, y'all. I absolutely love this, and this is why I keep and hang on to things in my stash that I really love, because I will move things around and end up making different little vignettes and all the things, and it ends up turning out beautiful. Now, I think I was most excited to work on this table cover. So I did give this a good wash in the washing machine, and I let it like line dry outside. And then I decided that I wanted to take this old, what is this called? Drop cloth. So I wanted to take this old drop cloth that I was using as a decorative shower curtain and dress it up just a little bit with this beautiful tablecloth. Now I could not hang this from the very top to the very bottom because it wasn't long enough, but I got the idea in my head to just use it underneath that flap and style it that way, and I really do like it. This just gives that little old grandma core that I really love, and I think it really gives this decorative shower curtain a whole new level, and I absolutely love how this turned out as well. Now you could also use this like hanging out of a basket. You could make some curtains for your window, lay this over a bed and make it, you know, look really pretty over a bedspread or something like that, but I am loving it right now as an added little touch on my decorative shower curtain. Now, I did have big plans for this, but I have not got around to doing those just yet. This old, rusty, crusty, like spatula or cake spreader, I think somebody told me. I haven't planned to try to make this like a towel holder, but I just have not had a chance to do that. So for now, I'm just going to style it where I can see it because I love how the wood looks on the handle. So for now, it is just in this windowsill that I love to decorate all things like neutral here. So I just kind of propped it up there so I could look at it every single day, and I love it. So here's a little picture of this before I add this beautiful restaurant ware platter that I fell in love with when I was out thrifting. I could not believe that I found this. This actually matches some butter pats that I just purchased off of Whatnot. I'll show those here in just a second. But I thought that this would really complete this windowsill, at least until I get ready to decorate for Christmas here in a couple weeks. I just think it is so pretty and just really gives that very country cafe kind of vibe, in my opinion. Here's the little butter pats, and look how beautiful they look together, y'all. I absolutely love how this turned out. And then I'm going to take this little piece here. I believe this was probably some sort of little souvenir piece from the Ozarks. I think it is gorgeous, and I think it is going to work perfectly in my bathroom cabinet to just hold little floss picks. I am on a mission to make things even inside of my cabinets and drawers look beautiful as well. So I thought this just might work perfect for the little floss picks. And I absolutely love this little crock. I think that this is just the sweetest little thing. It is the perfect size. And just wait until y'all see what I decided to do with this here in just a minute. The first thing that I'm going to do is style it on this beautiful little country cabinet that I probably got several months ago and made over. I'm just going to put it here up on top because I really love the contrasting colors of the stone look of the crock next to my green plant. And I really like how all this looks together. So then I decided one way to hide the ugly tissue box was to maybe take this crock, because the lid had a little hole, and turn it into a little tissue holder. Now you can't fit an abundance of tissues in here, but oh my goodness, to be able to hide the ugly Kleenex box and have a beautiful tissue holder, in my opinion, and it is worth changing out and putting more tissues in here more often than not. Now, I did want to let y'all know, for everybody that was really grossed out about this chamber pot, no worries. We did give this thing a very good cleaning, a good bleaching. I used gloves. I used an extra brush that I don't normally use on like my regular stuff. And then I sanitized my sink so well that you could probably eat your dinner out of it. So do not worry about that. Everything that I bring into my home is thoroughly washed, cleaned, and sanitized. I would not have that any other way. Okay, I hope that y'all enjoyed seeing how I actually styled all of these thrifted pieces in and throughout my home. I absolutely love the placement of every piece so far. I do move things around quite frequently, so you could see them in different spots in my home eventually, especially with Christmas and all coming up. I did want to say thank you to all of you who commented in Friday's video telling me how much you appreciated those styled pictures that I created and put on there just to give you some ideas and inspiration. I did not have time to style the pieces, but I wanted to give y'all some styling ideas in case you came across pieces like that in the thrift store too. So I did take quite a bit of time in creating those pictures for y'all for different ideas. And so many of y'all asked me how in the world I did that. Well, I did that in a program called Canva, and with some of my own picture and then a little bit of AI help, of course, because that's just the world that we live in right now, and it could be a curse or a blessing depending on how you look at it. In the way I used it, it definitely helped me out a little bit in creating some of those pictures to give y'all some ideas. And I just had a lot of fun with it. So thank y'all so much for noticing the hard work that I put into Friday's video. And I would love to kind of continue doing that just to give you ideas and inspiration before I'm actually able to style them in my home. I'll do that if I can. So again, thank y'all very, very much for that. Before I get off here, I wanted to touch on something else. To everybody who purchased a decluttered decor item from me, thank you so very much. Thank you so, so much. And if you bought something from me and you have it styled in your home, or when you do get it styled in your home, please shoot me a picture over on Instagram, and I would love to add that to a future video. Am I a reseller now? And absolutely not. I am not a reseller. That gave me just a little bit of a taste of what a reseller actually goes through if they sell online. And that is not for me, y'all. That was never my intention on selling my stuff, was to become a reseller. I just have a passion, a heart, and a love for making your home beautiful on a budget through thrifted pieces. I come from a background where that's all I could afford to purchase was things at garage sales and yard sales, and I was able to make my home beautiful with that extreme budget and being able to do that. So I have a passion for sharing that with others on the internet or YouTube. So with that being said, reselling is just not for me. I will never say never. I'm never going to say that I will never do that, like that I will never have a booth or that I will never sell online. I never know what the future is going to hold for me or my family. So that's just, you know, for the Lord to decide later on. But as for me and my house right now, I am not a reseller. I just absolutely have a passion and a love for making my home beautiful on a budget. And so that's what I'm going to stick with. That's what my channel is about. My channel is not about being a reseller. There is nothing wrong with people who resell, in my own opinion, but that's just not for me. So I hope that that clarifies some things for y'all on that end. And again, thank y'all so much for those who purchased things from my decluttered pile. So everything that I actually have left, because I still have a ton of stuff left, I'm going to pass that off to my daughter Kelsey, who actually sells a lot of clothes on Whatnot. She's very good at that, and that's what she's been kind of focusing her time on here lately. So I'm just going to donate all of those, the rest of those home decor items that I have. Instead of donating them to Goodwill for them to sell, I'm going to donate them to my daughter so that she can sell them and make a little extra money for her family. I did have a lady come by and bought a whole box of some of my vintage ironstone and dishes and things like that. Miss Kathy, thank you so much. She was so excited to get all of those finds, and that was great as well, because I really didn't want to be shipping a bunch of dishes. And then after I did that first round of selling some home decor items, I was like, whoa, this is a lot. And this is definitely kind of maybe a good example of why I probably could not be a person who sells online and ship things. I'm just not that great at it, and I really just don't have the time. So again, I do hope that clears up any confusion. Now, like I said, I'm going to be passing those things off to Kelsey to sell. I will put her Whatnot information down in my description box, and I will try to let y'all know when she is going to have a home decor sale with a lot of those items, because she mainly sells clothes, but she said she would have like a home decor sale and just try to move some of those items that I gave her. So yes, I just wanted to give that brief little explanation, because on that one video that I put up, talking about selling some of my items, I have been kind of bombarded with questions about that. I had people unsubscribe to my channel because they thought I was a reseller now. I mean, it's just been a whole thing. So I really wanted to clarify that. So yes, you are on a non-resellers YouTube channel here. We do all things here thrifty and on a budget, whether that be in my home or out of my home. I pretty much won't do it unless I have a coupon or it's just a good retail store that sells things on discount, you know, just things like that. I am very budget conscious when it comes to my money, let me tell you. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go because I've probably been rambling here in this outro for 10 minutes. We hope that y'all have a wonderful evening. We love y'all, and I'll see you back here on Wednesday with a brand new video.